What's up, people? It's FTL again, and I'm back with another story. Sorry, but I am still sick, so just bear with me, alright? Not like anyone watches these anyway. but, okay, I got another story for you guys. This was back when we were living in Chicago. I'm like 5 or 6, I believe. And my mom, she was downstairs. We were outside. It was a hot summer's day. We were downstairs, and I think she was doing something with the laundry or something like that. But we were playing in the backyard. And I guess I was acting an ass or acting a fool. And my mom was like, "Oh, I'm going to beat your ass." And it wasn't a normal, like, "Oh, I'm just going to, like, whoop you." But no, she was like, there was this teapot she had in her hand. And I'm like, "I'm going to beat your ass with this." When I was a kid, I don't know, I'm a kid, so I don't know if she was kidding, not kidding, like, she was definitely gonna beat my ass, but, like, not gonna beat me with that pot, but I don't know, for that day, I just wasn't gonna take that chance, okay? I was just not about it. I was like, shit, if it was a belt, and in my mind, I'm thinking, like, shit, if it was a belt, cool, but not that. You're not finna hit me with that goddamn teapot, or whatever the fuck she had in her hand, like a fucking ceramic teapot, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way, all right? That's not happening, all right? So I hopped the gate. I'm 5, 6 years old. I hopped the gate, and I had second thoughts. I was up on the gate, and I had second thoughts. I was about to come down, and one of my brothers, he watched me, he looked at me, and he got wide-eyed, and and then as soon as he said, ooh, I was up and over, bro. And, like, I'm thinking, like, bro, if this nigga never said anything, because he's going to go tell or whatever. And he did just that. He's like, ooh, I'm finna go tell. And he runs off. And I'm like, nigga, if you would have just not did that, I would have had stayed. This story would have never happened. All that bullshit would have been averted, okay? But no, he doesn't. I hop over the gate and I just start running. And I run for blocks, son. I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just running, okay? And I'm thinking like, man, if I can just get to where my dad work at, I'll be good. And I have no fucking idea where my dad works, okay? I don't even know what he does. I'm fucking 5. So I'm just running, okay? And the sun is going down. I'm outside for like 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. The sun is going down, okay? And there's this overpass, okay? There's in my mind, there's a separation, okay? There's like my hood where I grow up in, my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And then over this overpass is like the city. But it wasn't the city. We're on the south side of Chicago. This is not the fucking city. Okay? This is just the unknown. The great unknown. The beyond in my mind, But I'm like, this is the city. You feel me? I'm going to go and my dad is in there somewhere and I'm going to find him and he's going to be okay and da-da-da-da and everything's going to be cool, right? So I look and I'm at the overpass and just as I'm about to take a step into the unknown, and I don't know if I would have came back from that step, there's like something in my mind telling me like, once you do this, there may not be any coming back, and I don't know, this lady, she grabs me just before, she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And there's this older lady, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm outside, and I was like kind of sheepish, and she's like, "Where do you live?" And I'm just like, "I don't know, down that way." She's like, "Where's your mom? Why are you out here?" And the reason she stopped me was because I had nothing but fucking green shorts on. Okay, I didn't have no shoes or socks on, no shirt, nothing. Okay, so she stops me, and she's about to fucking move. Like her car is packed up. I'm talking like a mattress or two and some goddamn dressers on top of her fucking sedan, all right? On top of it, on the hood, okay? Strapped down with winches, all right? She's about to go somewhere far, all right? Or she could be going like a fucking block away. But she stops me and she's like, she tells the people like, hold on. And the car's fucking started, so just barely, all right? And she's like, hold on. And she walks me down to the police station, which is like maybe 2-3 blocks away. And she's like, "Hey, this kid is lost. I don't know. He doesn't have nothing on, so obviously something's going on. Can you take him? I'm finna leave. I'm finna move. Can you take him? And the police officer was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what we here for, shit. And he takes me, and then I see this lady leave. And the police officer, they put me in fucking handcuffs, which is ridiculous. I'm 5 years old, and they put a fucking 5-year-old in some goddamn handcuffs. And they put me in the back of a police car. He's like, oh, where do you live, kid? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, bruh, you got to give me something more than that. Like, you have an address. I'm like, no. Who's your mom and dad? Shit, mom and dad. I don't know their fucking names. And he's like, is there any landmarks anywhere? And I'm like, what are landmarks? He's like, any big building, anywhere, any shop, any corner store, anything that's by your house. And I'm like, oh, there's this school that I live by. And I say the name, I'm not gonna say it here, but there's this school that I live by. And we're like, and I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, I know exactly where the hell you at. I know exactly where you are. He spins the block, and it's like a block of school, you know, it's like a big city block of school. So he just spins the block until he's like, which one is your house, kid? And I'm like, that one. And he goes up, and he's like, oh, we got something for you, miss. And my mom's like, oh my God, my baby, da da da. She doesn't hug me or anything. She just grabs me and yanks me into the house. And he's like, why'd you run? And I'm like, I thought I was going to get a whooping. And he was like, well, you're definitely going to get your ass whooped now. And he fucking hops in his police car and drives away. But fun fact, I didn't get my ass whooped. My mom, the story goes, I don't know about this, but my mom tells me years later that she's like, well, I called my auntie, her auntie, my great auntie, I suppose. And she's like, well, I don't know what to do, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, I don't want to whoop him because that's what got him running in the first place. And my auntie's like, well, if he wants to run, make him run. And she took me outside and she made me run up and down the goddamn block. I don't even know how many times. I got fucking asthma. Okay, well, I don't really have it now. I think I grew out of it, or I just don't do aerobic exercises. But, nigga, I was huffing and puffing, okay? And she's like, and I'm like, first excuse, Mom, I got asthma. I'm wheezing. And I'm really wheezing. I was like a portly kid, you know. This wasn't something I did every day. She's like, oh, here's your inhaler. Keep going, nigga. And I did that. I felt like sun up to sundown, but it was probably more like 30 minutes to like an hour or something. And everybody on the fucking, their stoops watching me and shit. Like, oh, what the fuck happened to him? What did he do? You know? And then she comes home. Then she calls me in, and then we eat like Oreos and shit, and everything was cool. But that's like what really gets me is that lady. Like, I don't know what would have happened to me. Like, if I would have took that step onto that overpass and went over and went into wherever the fuck it led. I don't even know where the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? To this day. And like, fuck, I wish I could remember that lady's face. I don't even remember her face. I don't remember what she was wearing. Like, I just know it was a lady, and she took me to the police station. And like, man, God bless that fucking lady. All right? Because like, shit, I don't know what would have happened. And I feel like if I would have went over that overpass, that would have been it. My life would have changed irrecoverably if that would have happened. Like, that is like one of those moments that really define your life. Like, there's a split path, and you can go one way and you can go another. And what I took from that to this day is that even though you don't know that you're making these decisions that will define your life for years to come, like, I was 5. I had no idea what my actions was going to lead up to. However, that was the reality of the situation. Like, my choices, even when I didn't understand that there could be consequences for those choices, they would have affected me in ways that I just can't even comprehend, you know? And that's why I really try to take it day by day, situation by situation, and really, like, understand what my choices are and try to make the best one for me, okay? Because you never know what may happen, like, in the future, you know? So I'm like, fuck it, I need to make these best choices, the best choices I can now, because like I always like anytime that I'm faced with something that's so a difficult choice or something like that, I always think like fuck, or if I'm doing something that I know I'm not supposed to be doing, or I just go on to like a leisure activity or something like that, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. So just sometimes just sitting there and thinking, I think back to that day, and I'm like, fuck, like my life could have been changed, you know. And I don't know if there's any other situation in my life that it was me, solely me, making the choice, to about my life that would have affected it so drastically. So yeah, that's just a little vignette about, you know, times that I ran away. I may have even made this video before, but fuck it, I'm gonna upload it again. Who cares? Yeah. Like, subscribe. Sorry I'm sick. Hopefully I'll get better. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But peace out, y'all.